But now we could talk about the ones up here. First of all, we've got your file, where you can go new, open, browse and bridge, whatever that means. I don't know, I'm gonna explore. Hopefully I won't break Photoshop or something. It doesn't do much. Browsing mini bridge. Oh, that thing. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's why. I have this thing which is called bridge, and it's kind of like a pop-up, and it really pisses me off because I do it sometimes by accident. This is what bridge is, and it gets on my nerves because I open it by accident when I'm like in the middle of a really good recolor, and it pisses me off. This is why I shouldn't explore in Photoshop. I find things out. And then there's obviously mini bridge. I don't like that there. I shouldn't press Alt Control now. Then there's open as, whatever that means. Open a smart object. Then there's open recent, which I don't use very much. Then there's close, which just closes the window that you've got open. And then close all, which closes every single one. I don't want to save it, thank you very much. Which, yeah, close all of them. Close and go to bridge opens this up, obviously. Now that I found it out. Save, you obviously know what save and save as is. I get really annoyed because, like, when I'm doing my transformations, I click save, and if I decide just after finishing the transformation to just do a picture, and I'm meant to click save as, like, because I do one picture, I save it, and then like I copy and paste a picture to recolor on top of it, and I sometimes accidentally click save instead of save as and save over it, and I lose like all of the other picture, and it really annoys me. Don't know what checking is. I don't really want to know. Save for web is just let me just open another one. Save for web is that that kind of is good for like GIFs and stuff. I haven't made a GIF in a long time, so I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what revert means. Place is just placing things on here, I guess. Yeah. Woo! Look at me go. Placing things, making things smaller. Woo! I know. Then there's import video frames to layers. I think. I'm gonna be nosy, see how to do this. Don't know if I need a video or not. It doesn't say I need a video. I'm gonna load a video. I don't know if it worked or not. I don't think it did. It's doing some. Oh, this helps making GIFs. Like, if I just wanted, go back up here. This bit, to that bit, then I can just do that. Click play to make sure it works. Ah! Music! Yeah, that works. Then press OK, and it does this, and then you'll get like a shitload of layers. Literally a shitload. See, let's see. I have got. I've got so many layers, it's making my Photoshop lag. But yeah, 231. But yeah, this for making GIFs and stuff, I think. I don't know anymore, put it that way. Which that can help, like, especially if you like just, you know, being weird and stuff. Notes. Creates notes and stuff, obviously. It's a bit simple. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any PDF files. PDF files. Then there's WIA support, whatever that means. I'm not going to click on it. I don't trust it. There's those things. I don't want to click on them. Automate. There's those things. Again, I'm a bit scared to click on any of them. Scripts are just weird and scripty. File info, obviously. And that gives you description of stuff, and you can add your own things in, like tits. There we go. It's now named tits. And if anybody wants to look at it, they open that up and they see the document title is tits. Obviously print and print one copies with a printer. Exit. I'm not going to click that because that closes the whole of Photoshop. Put it that way. Edit, undo. There's what's really annoying about this is that Control Z only works once, so you have to press Shift Control Z, which is okay, and then to go for yeah, just ignore me. Fade is, I don't know, it's fade. Then there's copy, we all know what those means. Copy merge, I don't know what that means. Paste is obviously putting something on there. Look, I pasted a tiny little line. Then there's paste special, which I have no clue what that is. Clears your actual image. Check spelling is for when you're using the type thing. Find and replace text is also for when you're using the type. Fill is just filling the whole thing. Let's make it black. There we go. I made it black like my soul. Then there's stroke. Fuck knows what it does. I think I know what it does, but I can't be asked to know. Actually, yeah. You select an image, you press stroke, makes a stroke, more or less fills it, but you know. Then there's those ones, I don't know what those do. Free transform is awesome, especially when pictures and stuff, because if I open a picture, take my time. Let's open my sky picture. I took that picture. I'm well proud of this picture. And then select it, make it a layer of 0. Free transformation, yeah, you can just do that. If you right click on that, there's a different one. There's scale, which makes it bigger and stuff. Rotate rotates it. Skew does that. Distort more or less does the same, just a tad bit more good, I don't know. Perspective does that. Warp is awesome because you can't make it all bumpy and stuff. I have no clue what this is doing, it's just kind of gave up on me. Yeah, look at me go! I'm making a thing! And yeah, then there's like other ones like rotate, 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 flip, flip. Looks like a bird. Then again, you have them all there. Again. Then there's auto align, auto blend. Fuck knows what they do. To find brush presence. You can make it a brush apparently. So yeah, if you go in there, scroll down, thank you. Yeah, you can make it a brush. Woo! Have fun. I know how to make brushes now. Why is it white to be black? Pretty cool, to be honest. Define pattern. This is where talking about patterns earlier, this is where you can create patterns, right? I get my images from Google. I've got like loads of messages on Facebook. Yeah, my computer's going really slow, so I can't really show you. But if you have a I'm waiting for it to load, like you do. Let's do 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters, make it a square, and then simply, whenever my Photoshop decides to load, you know, put a dot there, needs to be more in the middle, and then you just kind of move them over there. Get rid of that. And then you just keep going like that. This is good. Yeah, etc, etc. You can more or less make your own thing. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a minute. I made a die. You go edit, define pattern, and then pop-up will come up saying like the name of the pattern, so you can change it and stuff. Then if you go into your patterns and then go down, it should be there. And let's do it with this picture. Take your time. Grayscale it, and then ta-da! You have to make sure though that that everything is like right, like how do I explain it? You have to make sure that everything is symmetrical, else, oh I'm sorry, like that will happen, and you don't want that happening, do you? No. Try not to make that happen, because that looks silly. That's why I usually go on the web and search for patterns, because I'm not symmetrical. I can't make symmetrical shit up. Then there's define custom shape. Don't know what that does. Don't really care, to be honest. I think it's making like shapes for paths and stuff. So yeah, if I just like casually made this shape, and then yeah, define custom shape, you make your own shape technically. Then there's purge, don't know what that does, don't really want to know what that does. I'm a bit bored now, to be honest. Don't know what that does, don't know. I'm not very fond of using edits, I only go like so far as define brush pattern and custom shape. But image, I'm great with image. I use this like all the time. You have your modes, right? You sometimes get images on Photoshop. Well, you save an image that's colour to you, and then you open it up in Photoshop, and it's on grayscale. And you're just like, oh, why are you on grayscale? Why aren't you on colour? What the hell? I will give you an example. Let's use this. Change it to grayscale. It does that, and you're just like, why can I not colour on this like I want to colour on this? Why is none of my colours not working? You just can casually go to mode and go RGB colour, and then it doesn't save the colour for some reason because it's gay like that. But yeah, then you have the colour again. So doesn't go back. Gay. I grayscale it again. Yeah, RGB colour, ta-da! Then there's like, I don't get bitmap and duotone for some reason. Well, I do get them when I'm in grayscale, but I don't really care for them, put it that way. That just makes it all fuzzy and duotone. I think that makes it black and white. Yeah, I don't know. Then there's index colour, which don't know what that does, to be fully honest. One of the things that I end up doing is changing my RGB colour picture to a CMYK colour, and I get really annoyed, especially when using green or something, because yeah, I'm really bad at it. It's gay, more or less. Lost my voice then, sorry. Then there's lab colour, don't know what that does. I think that's supposed to change colours of this. Then there's multi-channel, that more or less makes it black again. Yeah, RGB colour, oh god. Oh dear. Don't know what happened there. Then adjustments. This is where I do my colouring. Like, when I have grey and I'm using my channels and the colour that I'm using doesn't work. Well, I use channels. Yeah, the colours that I'm using aren't working very well. Like, I want it to be like bright red or something. Well, say if I'm using red and it's not as white as I want it to be, then I simply grayscale it, then go to adjustments, brightness, contrast, change the brightness up, alter the contrast, and then it will be as white as I want it to be. Obviously that's not white as I want it to be, but you understand where I'm coming from. Gonna close that now. Then there's things like levels, which I tend not to play with because it's a bit naff. There's curves, exposure, again I don't play with them, I just play with the brightness and contrast. Vibrance, like, I need a colour, I swear to god. Yay. There we go. Yeah, vibrance more or less just changes it to pastel baby pink to bright pink. Obviously you can change the saturation and stuff. Then this is what I mainly use, hue saturation. It is the best thing ever, I swear to god. Right, first of all, it's on the hue. So say if you wanted it green, you put it to green, it doesn't turn green. Yeah, you've got to be careful when using this because sometimes it doesn't change the colour that you want it to be. Then there's this tiny little cute thing here called colorize. If you click that and like you change the colour, so say if you wanted it green, change the colour, the lightness, it's great more or less. Like you can change the saturation, the lightness. I tend to not choose when using lightness, especially for recoloring, to go in the plus area because of the fact if you're not the best like colour over and you make it, you're not the neatest and you want it to be like a white colour, it does make your colour overs not look very good. Like, you know the dark black lines that are supposed to say black, they go light, they turn light. That's why plus isn't very good for the lightness. So I tend not to do that. Then colour balance, that just like changes it, as you know. There's like shadows, so if there's any shadows there you can change it. I swear to god I'm making this red. Highlights, yeah, etc. Again, I don't really use that. Then I used to use this like when I first, well not when I first started recoloring, when I first started using my Colours of Tarkova thing. It changes, it's pretty good for black and whites and stuff. Like if you change it and you want it white, you can make it white, and like you can make it black also, and then you can tint it, let's make it a bit lighter. Like change the saturation and stuff. It's more or less like hue saturation, but if you save the presence that you're using and you're using it on a different image which has different like hair colour or something, say if they have like a yellowy blonde coloured hair and in a different picture they have like a more natural blonde hair colour, then yeah, it doesn't turn out right, put it that way. And it's like, oh no, why did that happen? Photo filter, I tend to use this when doing like tag videos, well not tag videos, tag pictures and stuff. Again, if I'm making something white, and like I'm trying to make ice blue for my friend Satikia, I make the image white first, Then I go on to colour, change it to an ice blue colour, and I change the density. If I change this to white, why did I do that? Such a derp, JC. Yeah, change it to white, photo filter, colour, make it ice blue, and then change the density. Make sure that you don't have that tints and stuff. It makes a really nice ice blue. That's what I use. Channel mixer, that more or less just changes colours and stuff. I don't know how to tell you. Then colour lookup, that I don't use that. I don't know how to use that. I don't want to use that, to be honest. Invert obviously inverts it. Posterize, that like if you have a picture, I'll open a picture up now. This picture again. Go and use it. Yeah, it makes it like threshold, like, you know, like in Movie Maker, and you can make it all threshold and weird. That more or less does it. So yeah, I tend not to use that either. Wonder why. Gradient map is like colouring it with a gradient, but you can just use the gradient tool thing. It's much more easy. Selective colour. Say if you want to change the reds of something, you can do that, but be careful because it can change the colour of your skin if you haven't noticed. Then there's shadows and highlights. I use this when taking photos of me. It's more or less the filter I use. Yeah, it's strange. It works okay, but you gotta just do it right, you know. But yeah, that's more or less how I use my filter. Woo! You found shit out about me. HDR toning, I don't use it. I'm not gonna tell you what I don't know how to use. It makes it darker though. That's a bit simple, right? Variations, that like just does that more or less. If you go too far, like if you're making it like lots of green, it does look bad, to be honest. I don't tend to use this. Yeah. Then there's desaturate, which I use when say I've selected something and I'm making it grey or silver. I use that. I just simply press Control Shift and U, and it does that. It's awesome. But thing is, right, in the split screen, I use desaturate, and then I use the white on colour. Colour. Right. You can't really tell in this picture, but this side, when I was using the desaturate, usually it makes things darker. Like say her hair. I'm gonna do it on her hair because she's got dark hair. I go like that. Yeah, that's really strange. Usually when I'm using the desaturate, it does make things darker, whereas the colour paint thingy-mabob makes it lighter. I don't know why it's doing that on this. It doesn't like me. It doesn't want me to prove that I'm right, more or less. Match colour is just that more or less. I can't explain it. I'm not very bright, to be honest. Replace colour replaces colour, obviously. Make it black and white, whatever, I don't know. Equalize does that. I have used this in the past on my excess immersive videos. I have used this before and it's okay. I don't really use it anymore. Auto tone like changes it. Sometimes if like a picture is too bright or something, I do use these because it does make it a nice contrast colour. Then obviously there's the image size that you can change. Makes it big, canvas size. Don't get these two mixed up because I do it and it really annoys me. Image size like makes the image bigger, whereas canvas size changes the canvas size and not the actual image. I'll show you. See it does that, and oh, image rotation flips the image around more or less. Crop, you know what crop does, trims it for some reason. Don't know how to use it. Reveal all, that is good, like especially if, I'll show you, I'll use this image. That was too big for the image. If I press reveal all, it makes it bigger and you can crop it to size and stuff. I use that especially when copying and pasting images on the top. Duplicate, makes another copy of it. Same size, same everything. Don't see the point in it, to be honest. Oops. Then apply image. I just does that. I don't know what it's supposed to. I don't look at these very much. But yeah, all of them I don't really explore. I'm not an explorer. I'm not Dora the Explorer. Then there's like layers, you can make new layers. I just tend to make layers down there, it's much easier. And there's duplicate, where you can just duplicate it. Where I don't actually know how to do it down here. I don't really need to be honest. Stop talking to me, everybody. Where was I? Yeah, we're talking about layers and stuff now. Rename is just like renaming layers, like say if it's layer 0 or layer 1, you can just click it and then you can just be like blah, blah, blah. More or less. Layer style, I don't use this. I just double click it if I want to change the styles and then I just use that. I keep going on the wrong thing. This is more or less, right, this is more or less what you can all do on there. This is why I like my little layers thing open, because it's much easier. I'm just gonna skip that. Don't know about types, I never really opened it, don't really care about it. Select, obviously you know what select all means. I don't really use this at all. And there's filters where you can blur it, you can distort it. Again, I don't use these very much. Then views, just like zooming and fitting on the screen and stuff like that and making a funny face. Windows are opening things up. Like I only have layers, navigators and swatches open. You do not get these open when you first get your Photoshop. You have to manually add them. But yeah, I cannot stand my Photoshop unless it has those three on the side. I don't know why, I just can't stand it. And helps just like, oh, how do I do this stuff? What really annoys me is the fact that sometimes, excuse me, I could be simply recoloring away, and then all of a sudden I just get like 500 tabs open on Google Chrome, like on about Photoshop Online Help, and it's like I haven't even clicked F1. My F1 button is not sticky. I do not click F1 at all. So what the hell, Photoshop? What are you trying to do? But yeah, that's more or less it for me today. Sorry if this kind of rambled on a bit. I'm still getting used to these, but I think I'm getting better and much more confident. So yeah, see you in the long run. Hopefully I'll be doing a new one soon. Bye!